Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? 7 minutes gone past the hour 7 on the AM side, and yes, thank God it's Friday! It is Friday already. Come on, talk to me. Amazing, amazing stuff. Now, how many of you knew that we could even see a Friday like this? I mean, trust me, showers a blessing. Well, especially in Abuja now, and the parts in Abuja where I am. Okay, depends on where you are in ABJ. Now, to think that somebody told me 2 days ago that rain fell where they were, and they were in Abuja, and I didn't quite see no rain. I'm like, hello, what part of Abuja are you? What part of Abuja are you? I didn't see no rain. And you said he fell last night. How did it happen? But yeah, maybe this time I can also tell somebody, in some parts of Abuja and say, well, there was showers of blessing, and the person too might look at me and say, hello, what showers are you talking about? Because didn't have a drop of rain where I stay. But anyways, though, that's the beautiful thing about life. Can't you see that? I mean, God is just all powerful, wonderful, and is the greatest scientist of all time ever mentioned. Trust me. Right. Now, because it's a Friday, we are going to have a very, very Friday good time on here. It's a fun time, I tell you. And we are already begun. So the conversation will trend from now up until the 12 o'clock hour when our time on here will be done and out. Let me stand on existing protocols and just say to you, good morning. My name is Udwak Daniel, and yeah, we will look into the front page of Nigerian newspapers in this hour and take you to the next hour. Sports and Eagles Wings, 9 o'clock, of course. We talk politics and current affairs. Why exactly do we have our daddies, our mummies, those who have served this country for years, 35 years? Why exactly do we have them? Many times, every time, coming on the pensions board, going to the pensions organization, just whiling away, dying, being depressed and everything because they are not getting their pensions. Somebody probably is sitting on it. Right, that's what we'll look at the 9 o'clock hour. On the flip side of 10, the general open banter comes through. 11, some great music just to give you a great start for the weekend. And 12 o'clock today in 60 seconds culminates the entire conversation. Right, on this very belt. But then let me get you into some things that you ought to know this morning. It's going to be a smart conversation, though. And just before I do so, remember we have a television on YouTube. Eagles TV Abuja, it is on YouTube, on Facebook. Eagles FM Abuja. Get on there and see for yourself that what I say is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Right? And across every other social media platform, as you know it, we have a strong presence. I'm talking Facebook, I'm talking TikTok, I'm talking Instagram. I mean, just look for us, find us at Eagles FM Abuja. All right, the website is www.eaglesfm.com. www.eaglesfm.com. Right? So let's get started already. Now, you should know that 12 governors, 12, 1 and 2, 12 governors elected on the platform of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC as of yesterday escorted the Vice President Kashim Shettima to formally submit President Bola Tinubu's nomination and expression of interest forms to the national offices of the party in Abuja. Governors present at the event were that of Plateau, Ogun, Niger, Kaduna, Ondo, Katsina, Borno, Cross River, Taraba, Yobe, Nasarawa, and Bayelsa. Oh, I see. Now, let me also bring it to you that the Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed Friday, May 8th, to hear a suit seeking to stop former President Goodluck Jonathan from contesting the 2027 presidential election. The case was filed by a lawyer, John Mary Gidiobi, who is asking the court to declare Jonathan constitutionally ineligible to run for presidency again. All right, Jonathan, what exactly are you even looking for? We don't have all of these issues happening here and there, taking you to court and stuff like that to see whether or not you're fit or not. I mean, it doesn't make sense, to me, and I'm sure you feel the same. But anyways, though, let's see how that pans out. Former aviation minister Femi Fani-Kayode, FFK of course as he loves to be called, has announced his appointment as Nigeria's ambassador designate to South Africa following approval by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, it was in a statement yesterday that FFK said the appointment came after he formally requested a redeployment from an earlier posting to Germany, citing personal and professional considerations. Okay, FFK to as South African ambassador? Okay. Well, a federal high court in Abuja has convicted former Minister of Power Salim Maman on a 12-count money laundering charge in which he's accused of diverting about 33.8 billion naira in public funds. 33.8 billion naira. That's what it is in public funds. So he's been accused now, right? It's not an alleged conversation. Justice James Omotosho, in a judgment on Thursday, held that the prosecuting agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, proved its case against Maman beyond a reasonable doubt, as required by law. All right, the Senate on Thursday rescinded controversial amendments to its Standing Orders 2026 following concerns by lawmakers that some of the provisions were inconsistent with the 1999 Constitution. Now, the reversal came barely days after the upper chamber amended portions of its rules, a move that had triggered controversy and sharp exchanges among senators. Oh, they rescinded on it. I thought it was going to pull through. But Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodimma has been relieved of his position as chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum just hours after he represented all Progressive Congress governors at the submission of President Bola Tinubu's presidential nomination and expression of interest forms in Abuja on Thursday. So the decision was announced at an extraordinary meeting of about 20 progressive governors held in Abuja on Thursday night. I take you to Oyo State now, where the police command has recorded major breakthroughs in its fight against violent crimes, foiling an attempted robbery attack in Isheyin and rescuing an abducted farmer in the Irawo area of the state. Now, the command said one robbery suspect was killed, 2 others arrested, while 4 suspected kidnappers linked to the abduction of a farmer were also apprehended. Okay. So the federal government has announced that the National Examinations Council will commence computer-based examinations this year as part of efforts to curb examination malpractice and modernize Nigeria's assessment system. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, disclosed this yesterday during NECO's 25th anniversary celebration held in Abuja. Okay, troops of the 12th Brigade, now Nigerian Army, have rescued the remaining 9 victims abducted from the Darul Kitab Islamic Orphanage in Zariagi, Lokoja, Kogi State, while also foiling an alleged terrorist logistics operations in separate coordinated operations. Now, the Army disclosed this in a statement issued on Thursday by the Acting Assistant General Army Public Relations 12th Brigade, Hassan Abdullahi. I should ring a bell. I love it, love the sound of it, makes a lot of sense. But then again, I woke up to a very awful and sad news, right? Where 2 soldiers, scores of terrorists dead as ISWAP attack military base in Borno. I mean, the military base now is becoming an attack field for these terrorists. But what can I say? I mean, this is what we've come to see in the country. Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State has formally picked up the nomination form of the Allied People Movement to contest the Bauchi South Senatorial District seat in the 2027 general elections. The governor, who recently defected from the People's Democratic Party, received the form during the APM National Executive Committee meeting, and that was only on Thursday. All right, now let's get you into the front page of Nigerian newspapers, bring you up to speed in on it. And on the front page of Nigerian newspapers now, see a lot. There's so much going on right there on the front page. I see the Sun newspaper, and let's take it as fast as we could. Right now, the big story on the front page of the Sun, the Nation newspaper, I beg your pardon, is Shettima. Shettima is the kicker now. Shettima is the kicker, right? And it says Nigeria working. Oh yeah, Nigeria working. Shatima is saying that the vice president there, okay, vice president leads APC senior figures to submit Tinubu's nomination form, and that story is continued on what page now? Continued on page 2. And in fact, he said, and I quote, he has sailed the ship through troubling waters with courage, taking difficult but necessary decisions to stabilize the economy. That's what the vice president's saying about this principle right there. All right, now I take you to 3. Add 1 to 2, you get 3. And this one says, Senate adjusts amendment to presiding officer's election rule. Okay. After the showdown between the Senate President, Godswill Fabio, and Adams Oshomole, where in fact they traded words. One of such is, I will send you out of this place now. Until you get out of this place. But anyways, I'm glad they finally found a way to look into that. Federal government demands anti-xenophobia action from South Africa. It's got one writer to it. Fani Kayode redeployed to South Africa as High Commissioner. And that story is continued on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. Just above the Nation newspaper banner now, is there something of reckon? I'm not sure. So I'll just leave it there, right there for the Nation newspaper. So we take you to the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. With the Daily Trust newspaper, this one, the big story that is, this one continued on pages 3 and 4. It says 33.8 billion naira fraud conviction revives Mambila scandal. Y'all remember the Mambila power plant, right? It was a huge scandal. And yeah, no, I didn't say it rightly. I didn't say it correctly. A whopping 33.8 billion naira fraud conviction revives Mambila scandal. And you see that one on pages 3 and 4 continued now. And I take you to page 6 now, or page 8, I beg your pardon. Senate reverses leadership eligibility rule, right? Senate reverses leadership eligibility rule. And that's on page 8. To page 11 now, 2027 is a kicker. Shatima leads 12 governors to submit Tinubu's forms, all right? And in fact, you heard the fact that there is a new virus, right? No, well. It's called the hantavirus, right? I'm not trying to cause panic. Come on, calm down. All right, just follow the same procedures with the COVID-19. I mean, wash your hands. Make sure you sanitize. Please try to keep your environment clean and stuff like that. If you can, use your face masks because there is something you should know about the hantavirus. It's called hantavirus. Page 21, go check it out and you'll see for yourself. Right, so I take you to this one here now, and how Jonathan's presidential bid resurfaced. Page 5. At the base of this daily now, gunmen abduct 6 Nasarawa varsity students. Page 26 has got that one. Gunmen abduct 6 Nasarawa varsity students. Page 26. To page 12 now, Bello El Rufai's defection. That is the kicker. What changed? Oh. All right, Nigerian exporters embrace China's zero tariff policy with caution. Oh, I see. Now, we move away from that one now, and I bring you the Vanguard newspaper. The Vanguard newspaper this morning is quite busy, though, although I see Shatima submitting Tinubu's nomination form. I mean, quite a number of people around him, everybody all smiling now. I see the vice president, I see members of the Progressive Governors Forum during the submission of President Bola Tinubu's presidential nomination and expression of interest forms to the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and that happened yesterday in the Federal Republic, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Okay, xenophobia now is the big story. It's written in red. You should know when you see that red like that, it's got to be dangerous. It means there's a red alert. It means pay attention. Xenophobia, written in capitals, written in red, is the kicker. Federal government moves to evacuate Nigerians from South Africa. Got a couple of riders. Economists caution against blanket sanction on South African companies. Targeting South African businesses inappropriate, counterproductive. Muda Yusuf is saying that It amounts to economic self-sabotage. Onyedikachi saying that Nigeria can't afford to jeopardize future partnership with South Africa. Somebody else is saying that. Page 5 has got that big, huge story with this particular daily now. 2027 is a kicker. Jonathan Way's presidential comeback. All right, and this one on page 8 it is. To another page 8 now. Senate makes U-turn, rescinds controversial rule barring first-term senators. All right, 6 governors, 15 ex-governors. Late Akeredolu's wife Betty joined 11th Senate race. So I see page 8. Taraba is the kicker now. How I am handling local government autonomy. Pay attention. How I am handling local government autonomy. Taraba State is the kicker. Kefas is saying that. Page 9. Oil price drops. Marketers keep pump price high. Page 19. Look at the irony of it. Oil price drops. Marketers keep pump price high. Page 19 has got that. What goes up never comes down on here. Well, anyways, it is just widely said conversation or remark. But I take you to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now. Uncertainty over Jonathan's links. Uncertainty over Jonathan's links to 2027 presidential contest. Page 4. Uncertainty over Jonathan's links to 2027 presidential contest. It's got a couple of writers contesting for the presidency. It's not a computer game. I will consult widely, he says, as youths rally at his Abuja residence, adds that Nigeria has highest voter apathy. Courts to hear suits on its eligibility today. Page 4. It's got that story. Senate rescinds amended standing rules, retains previous provisions. Page 27. Billionaire Drog Baron, right? 2 female kingpins fall in global sting operation. All right. Billionaire drug